Alright, what's up, little baby trolls? We have a very interesting video here today. So, DSP bringing Khet back on stream recently got me thinking about something. And it was all the times he talks about having appointments and how they're always busy running around on their day off and how they just don't have time to do anything. So I used pigpiggo and I went and found a couple of clips of him talking about having appointments specifically. And then I figured I'd match it up with the bank leaks and just see if we can find anything. Now, the first two clips we have bank leaks for because it happened in that time frame. The third clip happened after they came out, but trust me, once we get to that point, it ain't gonna fucking matter. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about once we get there. Let's go ahead and fire up the first clip.
Good stuff. I'm off from streaming on Monday. All right? Finally, I get a day off after like 9 straight days of crazy streaming. I'll finally have a relaxing, well, I say relaxing, it won't be relaxing at all. Monday I have appointments and stuff, because that's the thing, when I have such a long time period between days off, I end up making all these appointments and things, commitments for the one day off I get. So I'm going to be basically, you know, driving all around doing all kinds of stuff on Monday. When I come back on Tuesday, we'll continue with Returnal.
Now, that was from May 7th, 2021, and that was on a Friday. He's talking about his day off coming up on Monday, which falls on May 10th. And he says he has all kind of appointments and commitments, driving around doing all kinds of stuff on his day off. He even says he'll have been streaming for 9 straight days, meaning he has extra stuff he needs to take care of. Well, thankfully for us, we have the bank leaks and we can actually confirm all these commitments and appointments. And I have to warn you ahead of time, you're going to be shocked at what you see. So we're going to start with May 10th, but his actual charges aren't going to catch up till the 11th and 12th. It's just how the banks are. Now on the first screenshot, we have 11 charges between PayPal and Apple iTunes, which total out to $209. Those are very important appointments he had to get to. Now, the next screenshot has the 10th and the 11th, and we have a DoorDash appointment, as well as a commitment to Fred Meyers for $226. There's also 7 more mobile game appointments, which total out to $660. Total Wine then called in and said, "Don't forget about us." So there's $78 more dollars. He also spent 36 at Trader Joe's and 48 at Maggie's on Meeker, which I'm assuming is a restaurant. And then finally, we get an actual fucking appointment at Hairmasters for $64. And let's squeeze in one more picture because some of his charges are still catching up. We have a PayPal commitment for $110, another fucking restaurant for $55, $369 for his 2 internet lines, and then we close it out with a $140 appointment at Apple iTunes. So just between May 10th through the 12th, we had 20 microtransactions, or micro appointments, which total out to $1,119. I can see why you're so busy running around on your day off, Phil. And while I was looking mainly for his day off, I want you to see what he did the rest of the week. There's 10 more microtransactions at $165. There's 12 more microtransactions for $517. There's 10 more microtransactions for $1,021. And don't forget to mix in some DoorDash and a total of wine. And let's wrap it up with 6 more appointments for $558. So between May 14th through the 19th, he spent $2,261 on mobile games. And remember, he just spent $1,119 a few days before this. And if that wasn't bad enough, on May 24th and the 25th, he does 12 more micro appointments for $1,226. That means that in the days we covered here, there was $4,600 in charges between iTunes and PayPal. Remember those $5,000 a month business expenses? And mind you, I didn't cover every day of the month, so he definitely cleared $5K. Please tell us some more about those appointments and commitments, Phil.
Derek says, "Am I looking forward to my day off tomorrow?" It's like usual, Derek. I'm sure tomorrow we're going to do some fun stuff. We'll probably get some food while we're out, do a little bit of shopping and stuff, which is always fun. But at the same time, I got to go grocery shopping. We have appointments we have to get to. I'll enjoy the haircut. I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow, which is good because it's just starting to get long. So getting a nice trim is going to be very refreshing. But yeah, like it's always I wish I just didn't have to do fucking errands tomorrow. But you know. By the way, I should call this out because I completely forgot. The top tipper when I play Fall Guys gets to pick the outfit I wear when I play Fall Guys again. And I forgot to mention that earlier. So right now, that would be Richard Link is the top tipper of the night. So Richard, as long as you rank the top tipper with that $6 tip, you'll get to pick our outfit for next time around when I play, which will probably be next weekend. So let's see what happens. Maybe someone will beat you. I mean, there is still plenty of time for someone to top Richard's tip and be able to pick the outfit for next time, but let's see. Right now, Richard is in the lead. Completely forgot about that.
What a great reward. Let me tip $100 so I can pick your dumbass outfit in Fall Guys. And he has the same 2 or 3 people that fall for this shit every time. It shows you how dumb and pathetic these people are. But they fall for his appointment scam every week, so it's really not saying much. And speaking of dumb and pathetic, little baby Derek asked him if he's looking forward to his day off tomorrow. And the Fuhrer goes through his whole routine of errands, shopping, appointments, blah, blah, blah. Well, again, let's see what he actually has lined up for baby's day out. And that clip was from Monday, October 12th, and he was talking about being off the very next day. And would you look at this, on Tuesday, October 13th, we start the day with Fred Meyer, and then 13 very important appointments at Apple iTunes for $1,152. Now, all that running around hasn't tired Phil out yet, because he still had energy to go to Total Wine, Trader Joe's, Taco Bell, Bahama Breeze, and Hairmasters again. And while he was doing all that, they managed to somehow squeeze in 5 more appointments for $627. So that means between October 13th and the 14th, he had 18 appointments for $1,779. I mean, at least it wasn't $5K this time, so you're doing much better, Phil. Now the next clip is the last one, but I had to break it down into 3 parts because it was so long, so we still have a ways to go. And this was after the bank leaks came out, so we won't have pictures to look at, but it doesn't even matter. What he says is so ridiculous, especially compared to what we just saw.
All right, so yesterday was my day off from streaming, but as I was actually kind of telling you guys all week, this was not going to be a relaxing day off for me in any way, shape, or form. I had so much to do yesterday in a very short period of time, and just to extrapolate upon that, it ended up being incredibly frustrating. The first half of my day, I guess I should elaborate here. Although, just so everyone knows, sadly, you guys know the state of the internet, you know the state of the stalkers and shit all over me and my family. I can't just tell you guys details. All I could do is kind of talk in generalities. So I hope you're okay with that. So, yesterday, first of all, unlike usual, we actually had an appointment that we had to get to pretty early on, which usually doesn't happen. Usually if we have appointments on our day off, it's like in the afternoon, but we had one in the morning. So knowing that, we basically had to completely shift our schedule around from how I usually do things. Usually on my day off, first thing I do in the morning is I get up and I'll usually like pump a coffee, but then I'm out the door and to go grocery shopping. And I grocery shop while my wife gets ready for our day off. And then we go out together after I'm done with the groceries. That way it's out of the way. Well, in this case, we had a really early appointment, so there was no time to go grocery shopping first. So basically, we were like, okay, get ready, out the door right away. Excuse me. Went to our first of 2 appointments for the day. I told you how busy it was going to be. Got that done. Then we basically did our usual errands, like we did some pet supply shopping. I'm trying to remember the exact order of events of what we did. After that, we went and did grocery shopping. And, again, every single week now when we go grocery shopping, we look at the bill and we're like, we didn't get anything over the top extravagant. We're not buying lobster and crab. You know what I'm saying? We're not buying high-end Angus beef. We're actually buying all the cheapest store brand ingredients for our recipes and things that we do. And the bill is still ridiculous every week when we go grocery shopping. Like, damn, man. This is, everyone in this country must be really feeling the pinch of this bad inflation. Because it's getting worse and worse every week. It ain't getting better. It's actually getting worse and worse. There's some things I notice every week. I look, I'm like, did that go up a quarter? Did that go up 50 cents from last week? Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was referring to when I said it doesn't matter that we don't have the bank leaks. What he says is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Did that go up a quarter? Did that go up 50 cents? Coming from a guy that will spend thousands of dollars on mobile games in a couple of days, I don't know how he sits there on stream and does this shit with a straight face. I just can't comprehend it. But I can also see how Khet may not know what he spends his money on. It would be hard to believe since they're married, but maybe he does this shit with her too. Look how shocked and surprised he's acting over a quarter and 50 cents. Maybe that's exactly what he does in front of her. And honestly, I kind of hope that's the case. Because if she knows where all this money goes and how much he lies, and she just sits there and blames the trolls for what they say and how fucked up their lives are, it wouldn't be a good look on her, but the truth will eventually come out. Another thing I noticed there was he goes grocery shopping by himself, while she just, stays at home and gets ready? Now, he's brought her on stream recently, and I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. But does she just not want to walk around? Do her feet hurt? Is she like Amber Lynn and just conveniently has the wrong shoes on whenever she needs to walk around? Or does she have some kind of medical condition? I mean, honestly, I don't know what's going on here. And to be fair to them, they could have medical appointments and insurance pays for it, or Khet pays for it herself, and that's why it doesn't show up on the bank leaks. I mean, it's possible. It still doesn't make up for what we've seen so far, but again, it could be possible. It just seems odd that this lazy fuck goes out by himself and does all the grocery shopping, especially when she used to work at a grocery store. Let's go on to the next clip.
In fact, one of the things that is always has been kind of over the top expensive, but I need to do for my own health, I have to drink cherry juice, tart cherry juice, every day. Why? Because I have a uric acid level condition in my blood. It's called gout, okay? And what happens is if I eat too much of the wrong things, like red meat, shellfish, really fatty foods, or if I drink too much, meaning alcohol, I can get a giant flare-up that causes my entire foot or joints to swell up and fill with uric acid crystals that are incredibly painful. It feels like someone is stabbing me repeatedly. All right, now the good news is I've had this under control for many years, mostly because I changed my diet and because of things like I drink tart cherry juice every day. So tart cherry juice is not cheap, okay? It used to be around $3 for a container of it. That's about 2 big glasses. So each container would last about 2 days because I have 1 big glass at dinner. And that tart cherry juice, why I drink it? It actually keeps your uric acid levels down and it stops inflammation. So it's a double kind of medicinal thing. Okay? Excuse me. So it used to be $3 a container. It's like $1.50 a day. Now, I'm not kidding you. For the cheapest one, it's $5 a container. In 1 year, it increased by over 50% cost, right? Now, on top of that, a lot of the times I'm noticing the stores don't have everything in stock like they're supposed to. So there may be a week when they don't have it. I have to buy a ridiculously expensive, like, premium brand of it, which I'm not kidding. Wait till you hear this. The premium brand of this can cost $9 a fucking bottle.
That is so ridiculous. But he actually outed himself. In the first half of the clip, he says his medical condition flares up if he eats too much of the wrong food or drinks too much alcohol. He then goes on to say he's changed up his diet, which means he hasn't had a flare-up in a long time. Now think about this. He still drinks the cherry juice every single day with dinner. He said it himself, but he's also changed up his diet, and he rarely eats the kind of food that causes gout. Now, why would you still need to drink the cherry juice every single day like that? Is it because he's being cautious and being prepared? Or is it because, and he said it himself, what's the other thing that causes his gout to flare up? If he drinks too much alcohol. And what's one of his commitments that he has every single week? A total of fucking a wine. I love it. Now, let's go on to the actual last clip.
It's been so bad that there's actually been some weeks where I've actually skipped drinking it. And there was one time last year, for an entire week when the prices were going up, I said, I'm going to try not drinking it. That was the worst decision I ever made because I got a flare-up. And it was an excruciatingly bad flare-up. It was in direct relation to me not having this cherry juice in my system. And since then, I was like, I just don't care how much it costs. I have to get it, no matter what. So it sucks because, number one, by the way, I don't like it. It doesn't taste good. It's like taking my medicine for the day every day at dinner. but it's just something I have to do to stop a medical condition that I have. It's one of the ways that I alleviate it. So, that being said, yeah, we're feeling it just like everybody else. Everyone is feeling it. Every time you go shopping, it's like, why is the bill so expensive? Why is it, way, way more than it was, a year and a half ago? Pre-COVID, oh my God. Pre-COVID, I'm not exaggerating. The cost of us going grocery shopping from pre-COVID to now is probably about 60 to 70% more expensive. And that's us buying the same exact products or cheaper. We went to store brands over the more expensive brands to save money, and with still that much more of an increase. So to all of you out there, I'm feeling it just like you, and I wish you the best, and I hope that everyone's making do. It's bad out there right now, okay?
I'm glad you're feeling it like the rest of us, buddy. Because when I don't have $5,000 a month to put towards my mobile games, it also causes my gout to flare up. And then, unfortunately, I have to spend an extra 25 or 50 cents on cherry juice to make it go away. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. And by the way, do y'all see why he copyright struck me and cried about me to YouTube a while back? Phil, I don't even blame you. If I was you, and thank God I'm not, I would fucking hate me too. But unfortunately for you, I'm always going to be around, buddy. I might make other videos, and honestly, I barely even watch you anymore. But I'm always going to hang around, because I want to see you get what's coming to you. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. A less a fucking go.
You fucking scamming piece of shit. You motherfucker. We're reporting you to Twitch, and we're reporting you to PayPal, and we're reporting you to everything, because you're a scamming piece of garbage, and we always knew it. And now there's definitive evidence that you're a scamming piece of garbage. Ha 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 ha.
And then we get an appearance from good old Mama Burnell. Dave, honey, you need to get a job. You can't play video games all your life.
I wanted to hit an 11-year-old girl. You're right. I just wanted to just, punch a girl right in the fucking face. I cop up to that one. You didn't have to call me an idiot. I just walked in the door. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Good, now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that. I would have fucking pimp slapped that shit out of that. We have not had a tip in 30 minutes. Great. Well, thank you guys who did support the stream. I appreciate it. It's 2 slow nights in a row now. When I needed the help, it sucks, but what can you do? What can you do, right? I still had a good time tonight.
Well, that fucking makes 2 of us, Dave. I wish I'd never seen your face for the first time in my life either. Fucking bitch. But I'm so far into it now, I can't fucking turn back. You got a hold of me, you got your little hooves into me, and now I'm stuck here. But yeah, there's a little jump scare he tried. Turned the camera back. He started the YouTube video like that. And then tried to, we were just talking about it during pre-stream and blah. Shut the fuck up, man. I don't want to hear that. Shut up.
Okay, Snow Carl, you're going to already start. So if you start, I'm just going to time you out. And then we'll keep timing you out repeatedly during the stream, and then I'll just ban you after. How does that sound? Sound good? Immediately you're going to say something negative. This is my first moment on stream actually talking to my audience for the new week. The first thing out of Snow Carl's mouth is something negative. So I'm just going to time you right out, and we'll just go from there. How does that sound? Does that sound good to you? Gee, I wonder why people don't like Snow Carl that much. And by the way, I'm going to tell you something, Snow Carl. I've been getting complaints about you. Just being honest. There's been multiple people over the past week who have already complained about you and your attitude on the streams, that you've been saying negative stuff and you're derailing and you're arguing with people. I actually got complaints about that. When I go on break, you come and argue with people. Watch what you're saying and doing on my streams and behave like everyone else. Because if you keep it up, you're out of here.
DSP, please don't use the term let's go. Number 1, you fucking butcher it. Number 2, that's my thing now. So shut your fucking mouth. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a flying fuck, Holmes. You deserve for people to continue making videos like this. And if I ever stop, I hope somebody else takes the mantle from me. Because you deserve this shit, man. You take advantage of these people. Fucking idiot. Next one's a clip. Let's go. And by the way, look at that fucking picture of Phil. What the? Who did this? Who put this up? Look at that picture. Jesus, that's awful.
Oh my god, I misclicked, and I banned Popsicolo. Sorry, Pops, now you're not banned anymore, but I gotta give you your mods back. Fucking stupid Twitch chat fucked up. What the fuck? But my bits are all I have to give. Without you, I don't think I could live. I wish I could give the Global Monetary Fund to you, but my bits are all I have to give to you.
To be fair, I'm not fat, I'm tall and bulky, pretty healthy with no diabetes or other health issues as of recent tests. But hey, kick me while I'm down. Isn't Kickstarter a fucking energy drink like Monster? If it's not, then I'm wrong, and Timbo knows more than me, but isn't that like a fucking Monster energy drink? Mixing that with fruit in a fucking blender. I hope I'm wrong, actually, and it's some kind of vegetable drink or some shit like that, but I could have sworn I've heard that before as a Monster energy drink type shit. Mixing it with fruit. Just drink the fucking fruit! Leave the Kickstarter out. What's wrong with you? And then Phil just, oh yeah, that's good for you and healthy. And he doesn't give a fuck. Sounded down and sick there. He probably was just depressed because of money again. Or put depressed in quotes, by the way. Kickstarter with fruit. I hope I'm wrong on that and it's not a fucking energy drink. That's disgusting. What's wrong with fruit by itself, man? Just put it in a blender and make... Next one's a clip. Let's go. Then he talks about how he's driving 40 miles per hour and people are flying around him. Well, get the fuck out of the way then. I don't got patience for these types of people, man. I'd cut his ass off and flip him off while I'm doing it too. Fuck him.
Lick her gently, lick Phil's diaper, lick the dick, lick my ass for $1 a month, or lick my shit homos. There's only really one I like.
89.7 KACC, we got a dedication in. These kids and their names, I swear. So, Darkside Phil wants to dedicate a song to Panda Lee. He wants to dedicate Baby Come Back by Player. I don't know what to say, guys. Okay, so, anyway, here's Baby Come Back by Player, and they actually wanted me to say Baby Come Back, ack. I don't get it. I really don't get it with these kids. But yes, Darkside Phil, here's your dedication to Panda Lee. And this is 89.7 KACC.
Cat's fucking gone. Are you fucking serious? Alright, everyone stop spamming Vanessa Reach about feet pics. That's disgusting. And if you do it, I don't approve. And shame on you. There you go, Vanessa. Hopefully that stops them. It probably won't stop them. Just to warn you, I recommend that anyone who is on Twitch, and this is a very strong recommendation for someone who's been around the block, turn off your private messages to strangers. Do not allow strangers to private message you asking you random shit. It is bad. People will spam nasty stuff. They'll give you links that have viruses or get your IP. It's not good. You want to turn those off so people can't harass you. Okay, just a recommendation.